As you can see, you now have ice pickles.
Use star code BramP.
Hey everyone, in today's video I'm gonna show you how you can decorate your roof for a Christmas and add snow and stuff like that to it. So let's get right into the video. So yes, everything about this build still has to be made Christmassy, but I am going to start with a simple roof, like a little bit of snow, not too much, but a little bit. That's the first thing we're going to do. So if you want to have just a little bit of snow on your roof, what you can actually do is place dirt piles around, just like that. You just have a little fun with it. You make a little cow pattern or something like that. And then you go to the paint tool and you pick lily white. That is the color of snow in Welcome to Bloxburg, and the material is already correct. We need concrete. And then you just copy that over to all of your other snowdrops or whatever you want to call them. And this is how you make a roof with just a little bit of snow. So it snowed, but it's not like a snowstorm just happened. And then you can do some stuff with lights as well, especially with these roofs that have just a little bit of snow. I like to add some lights to them. And with the new lights, we can do so much more. So taking out the blinking festive lights, what I like to do is just go from the bottom of my roof all the way to the top and just create these strips of light that go from the bottom to the top of your roof, or from the top to the bottom, whatever. And as you can see, I think that looks really cool. It does add a lot of color down here though, but I do think that's only because of these lights. The other lights don't really have such a hue to them, luckily, because I would die. But this light does have a lot of hue to it, so keep that in mind. It's kind of looking very red down under. Then another thing I love to do in these little nooks is create some hanging lights, and now we can actually do that with the new lights that we have gotten for the Christmas update, which will look so lovely. I used to do it with the icicle lights, but this is gonna look so much better. So just same thing from the bottom to the top, you create your light strip. Same thing over here, you take the edge at the bottom, you go to the top part, and I love that. That adds such a Christmassy vibe to it. And I do that to all of my nooks just to create that Christmas feel. It also adds a lot of light to your house, so that's a thing to keep in mind as well. It's very cozy. And there we go. So that's the first roof, just some light strips added to the roof. I think that's very useful and looks very Christmassy. And some snow patches on the roof as well. You can add them on the ground if you wish to do so, but I think on the roof it looks a lot better. So keeping that on the roof. Then if you want a really thick layer of snow, for example, you're building a cabin, what you do, and this is actually very simple to do, it's just something you need to think of. If you go to Gable Roof, for example, put your placement grid on small, and I don't think you need advanced placing for this one. What you want to do is click the button, the arrow that points upwards. You want to drag that outward, just like that, so that you have a thick roof like this. And then of course you paint the sides of your roof. Same thing in the same color of your walls or whatever you want to do. But the roof itself, you're going to go to concrete for material and paint the roof in a lily white color. And as you can see, it does look like it just snowed there. So that's another way to add snow on your roof. Now of course you can combine the previous method with this method, doing your roof. And that is by going into the garden section and adding dirt piles on the roof as well. Now I would give them a different material this time, not the concrete, because they aren't gonna stand out if you just paint them in the same material the roof is. So if you go to lily white, you will see that it just vanishes. I suggest doing something like slate, so it looks like ice patches on the roof. And then at the bottom of the roof, if you want that, that is, we're gonna be adding a basic shape on the ground. Drag that up a little bit. On top of that, we're gonna add a carpet, just any carpet, going back to basic shapes. And what you wanna do is you want to grab this upside down or inverted wedge. Take that, you rotate it, and you make it as narrow as possible. Drag that up, put it inside your roof, and for the material, we're going to be giving it a blue color and then the foil material. And as you can see, you now have ice pickles. Ice pickles? Oh my god. I need to sleep more. Icicles hanging down from your roof. And if you want different sizes, you just take that basic shape, make it taller or smaller, whatever you want. Take your carpet, copy this shape, and then dragging that all the way down to where you want it, deleting the basic shape and the carpet, and there you go. You have icicles hanging from your roof, which I think looks amazing. Of course, you can rotate them in different ways to make it look more realistic, but I do like that. And then another thing, and it's very simple to do, but I just want to show you. If you want to create a little wooden pattern in your nook, I suggest putting your placement grid on large. You go into the structural item, take the standard square beam, and then you just go into a corner, take your beam, drag it to the other corner, then you go to the middle of your roof. So you can start at the top if you wish to do so. And you drag down that beam so that it meets in the middle. Then on your large placement grid, you can actually go inside where the meeting point of all of it is. You can drag one part to the side, go back to the middle, and drag the other part to the side. And there you go. You have a little wooden pattern on your roof. I think it's a bit Christmassy, but it's also just a style. So I think it's nice to add that to the video. And yeah, just some tips on how to do your roof. It's not a lot. Definitely some tips you can use, maybe with the lights on the roof and the icicles and stuff like that. There's a lot that you can do, and I just wanted to show you some of them. So I hope this video helped you. If it did, leave a like. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that like button and please subscribe.